Hello everyone and welcome to Crazy Random Happenstance. This week is Gaming Week. And I wanted to try something new, something that may work, may not work, and I want you guys to let me know if it does. I have 3 games I'm going to review for you right now. So anyway, the first game I'm going to talk about is Resistance 3. Now, Resistance 3 is the 3rd in the Resistance main series, and it's actually the conclusion to the Resistance trilogy by Insomniac Games, the original developer, because they are no longer making any more Resistance games. Some good stuff about this game is that it has excellent gameplay.
Gameplay is fantastic.
They kind of got the best from Resistance 2 and the best from Resistance 1 and combined them all into a nice, sexy gaming package. Speaking of package, if you notice on it, it says it's a 3D compatible game, and it is, and the 3D is excellent.
It's like I'm actually in the Resistance.
Also, the control options are really cool.
So many options.
This game is actually PlayStation Move compatible, so if you don't want to play with a DualShock 3 controller, you can use your navigation controller and your Move controller, and you can use it together to play through the game. Some bad stuff about the game. I didn't really like the story. I thought the story was kind of held back. Also, I thought that the replayability, unless you're a huge fan of multiplayer, the replayability is not that cool. I really don't like multiplayer in games very much. I'm just not really good at it. So once I beat the game, that was it.
There's only multiplayer?
So next up, the second game I'm going to review is Star Fox 64 3D. That this is an N64 game that was remade as a Nintendo 3DS game. You guys cannot see that. Maybe now you can. Anyway, and I have to say the gameplay holds up very well.
What a great remake.
It's really cool. You have different control choices. You could either do classic traditional controls using the analog nub, or you have gyro controls, so you can kind of go like this.
Whoa!
The 3D is really good.
Whoa.
Focusing more on the single player, the fact that you can kind of go through in different sections, and also there's a 3DS mode and an N64 mode. So there's 2 different modes, and that's pretty cool.
3 different paths? Replay FTW.
Now when it comes to the bad of the game, really I can only think of 2 different things. Number 1, there is no online multiplayer, which is a sin from Nintendo, because this game is perfect for online.
Cool, multiplayer. It's not online?
Online is good, Nintendo. You're bad, Nintendo, for not doing that. Also, I felt the game was slightly overpriced. This game cost $40, and this, I know, adds more features to it. I really feel that these N64 games that are being remade on 3DS need to be budget priced.
$40. This is horribly overpriced.
And finally, the last game I will look over is the epic known as Gears of War 3. The gameplay is amazing. It's the same as the previous Gears of War games. You hide behind cover, you shoot enemies, you proceed forward, a lot of action going on, chainsaw, bayoneting going on, but they have perfected this perfectly.
This gameplay, it's refined.
Also, the storyline is really good. This is the longest Gears of War game, campaign-wise, and the storyline heavily reflects that. Also, another thing I forgot to mention, the replayability of this game. If you want online co-op with 4 people this time instead of 2, you can do that. It has 4-player co-op for the main campaign mode, so if you go back and replay through the game, you can connect online, and you can play with 3 other people. Also, the multiplayer, while I'm not a huge fan of it, is pretty good. I played through it a little bit just to test it out, test the waters. There's a lot of different modes on here, there's a lot of different things you can do, and honestly, after you've beaten the campaign, or even before that, you can jump right into the multiplayer and get easily addicted to it.
The storyline, the replay value, this game is just great.
This game supports 3D, and it just felt very last minute tacked on. I played through the whole game in 3D, and it just was not worth it.
This sucks.
Also, while I did say that the gameplay of this game is really great, I feel that it is more of the same. So if you're looking for something new and fresh, you're not going to get too much of that. It really is a refinement of the Gears of War engine that has been used the last couple of times. I think if they do make a Gears of War 4, which could happen, I definitely recommend that it be a complete overhaul.
If they make a Gears 4, it needs some revamping.
So thank you very much, guys, for sticking around and watching my review session of these 3 fine games. I do recommend all 3 of these games that I reviewed today for you guys out there who happen to own a PS3, a 360, and a 3DS. If you do, go out and buy each game, and they're fun.